Hey everyone, it's Parker. I just wanted to do an update on Ashland, Wisconsin homeless help. A couple of things. It's been a little while, so it was time. I hope you've had a safe Memorial Day. Thank you to all the veterans for your service and your sacrifice. And for those whose family, like mine, have members who have entered multiple wars and served, thank you. So, a few things. One, we're doing a fundraiser tomorrow, June 1st, from 4 to 8 at the Culver's Ashland. The weather looks okay, which means hopefully not rain and wind. We hope you'll stop by, say hi, talk to us, and get some great food and have some great conversations. We're really looking forward to it. We love Culver's, and we are very grateful for this opportunity to bring together the community to support the nonprofit Ashland, Wisconsin Homeless Help, and have great food. So we're thankful to Culver's management and staff for helping us tomorrow to make a great event. If you're interested in volunteering, helping us serve, hold signs, talk to people, please PM Casey Lynn or Gina Albexon and let them know. Secondly, I have been given a pair of hearing aids, Briscoe digital hearing amplifiers by someone who is hearing challenged. And she asked that they go to someone in need. And if that's you, please PM me and let me know if you're in Ashland and in need and could use these channels. They were used once and they didn't work out for the elderly person who got them. So it's 2 hearing aids and they're in pretty good shape. Last thing I'm going to talk about is what it is we do. And first of all, we're all volunteers, so no one is getting paid. The money that you donate and the goods that you donate go to help people who are struggling to pay rent, are unhoused or in very temporary shelter, who have needs in crisis. And I just want to talk a little bit about something that happened this past weekend that touched my heart and really affected me. And also mentioned that I knew Nate Thomas, and admired his bravery and courage. And I'm very sorry he's not still with us. So this past weekend, after work, I went out with Gina on an outreach. And it was with a young woman who was coming down from heroin. And authorities had contacted Gina and asked for help, which she gave. This is an Indigenous young woman, a ceremonial dancer, a beater, and a beautiful spirit. And she didn't really have a place to go, didn't have shoes, didn't have a cell phone, had something very dangerous in her blood system. So Gina and I sat with her, talked with her, gave her food, gave her a Pepsi, which she wanted, and Gina kept the car running so she'd be warm. And even though she was nodding off, she could hear us. She could talk to us a little. So at one point I said to her, and I'm going to say this for anyone who can hear it. I asked her, knowing that she's a ceremonial dancer, a beater, and somebody's child, I asked her what her ancestors would say to her. And if she knew how much they loved her. And for the only time in that conversation, she looked at me and she said, they would tell me to be brave. And she was. I went home later, but Gina stayed with her and kept the car running and kept talking to her and kept talking to her about getting into healing that night. And finally she did. And she allowed it. And Gina took her there. And a very kind nurse greeted her. And she was safe and off the street and in care and able to fight another day. What can we do when things seem so overwhelming? What can we do when we don't think anyone cares? What can we do when we don't feel connected to our ancestors or the people who fought and the people who bore us and the people who work the land and the people who are why we are here? I think what we can do, and as I told her, is to live and fight for another day. Your ancestors live or die through you. And your story is their story. And no matter how bad things seem, you never know. You may be one day away from your whole life changing. So be brave. Be brave. And if you are trying to help someone fight this fight, I send you my love and my respect. And I want you to be brave too. We will fight and we will live another day. And the future depends on it. So that's a little bit about what we do. And I thank you very much for believing in what we do. And I hope to see you tomorrow night at the Culvers or sometime somewhere else soon. Good night. God bless.